Side-eyeing Solo Sikoa.
Producing from the island of relevancy,
present the Ulafala to the winner of this match, Sikoa's guy.
Hit a lick, went to the top of the bloodline, and has been running with it. He's considered one of the greatest of all time, if not the greatest of all time.
Singing throughout the Intuit Dome here in Los Angeles tonight. And then he brought in these, quote, band of animals in the UE.
Yeah, they're certainly dangerous, a formidable bunch. They're better than the older generation always in everything.
Oh, bang, and Roman Reigns.
Street fighter, he's willing to do whatever.
Oh, and a big clothesline. Solo Sikoa has been a better leader of the bloodline than Roman Reigns.
Running the bloodline, they were dripped in gold, brother. It's a little different now.
Roman Reigns defeated while retaining his championship. Mysterio, Drew McIntyre, Cody Rhodes. Oh, and there's the quickness.
Timed up a forearm, and Roman was able to answer right. Here, do some ass kicking.
Only you would see that. Oh no! And a spinning
Solo.
Turn around, Roman! Bang! Right off the skull. Sikoa sooner rather than later.
Of some 100-plus pound stairs.
And the steps right into Reigns. List of names that Roman Reigns knocked off during his title reign. Sikoa has defeated in his young off Sheamus. He beat AJ Styles and Rey Mysterio. Watched. And he's using that to his advantage here.
The bloodline, acting like it, talking like it.
Oh, and a big right by Roman. Off the ropes, and Solo catches it with that via pinfall or submission. Put upon him by the elders like it was Roman Reigns, by the Street Fighter.
Not.
Oh! Angeles, California, as Solo Sikoa looks to wear him. I always love to. Oh no.
No. He's looking to end this thing.
And Roman moves out of harm's way. Using the steel chair in history, we've had a tribal combat match. And making Solo pay for his a little bit because I still have more damage to do. Solo! Oh, and a low blow. Solo with a spinning Solo.
Planet Earth.
Tables are legal.
Beating him down pretty good.
And Reigns now, drive-by! Low moments ago by Sikoa.
Looking at Roman, this man is...
Watching Roman, not quite sure how to... And Roman Reigns now, and Sikoa with a kendo!
Waited for the tribal chief to come over and then, wails on him!
You understand me?
Get the bloodline.
Trying to power out of this.
Solo not ready. Up.
Last run, the Ulafala! Wait a minute! Pat, oh my God! The Samoan werewolf bees you'll ever see in WWE!
Completely legal!
Pat, a man shouldn't move like Jacob Fontaine. Sikoa now, looking to put Reigns away with a devastating Samoan spike. Bloodline! Reigns kicks!
Beast. Bad man.
Oh no, a spike to Chad! Sami Zayn! Jimmy Uso! Been met inside the War Games cage back in Survivor Series. Haluma kick! Smack count! And a kick out! Sammy and Jimmy! Kevin Owens! Stunner! Win! To beat Reigns! Roman kicks!
Kevin Owens coming out here.
Get for everything Roman Reigns put Kevin Owens through!
everything that happened at Saturday night's main event. Control the uncontrollable. Out of beat down Strowman as he was bringing the new tribal chief. Ducking his Solo Sikoa right down. Big cover. Nowhere to go. That should be a nice little play. The tribal chief in the new bloodline. It is Paul Target and Lesnar. And out of beat down Strowman as he was bloodline. For two. The Samoan werewolf. Shane hangs back to the arena. Realizes there's a problem here. Down to the ring. And Tony looking to get be face to face with the tribal chief Solo Sikoa. Whether it's not. Oh no. Oh, Tony from behind. Yeah, chop block out. Bang at Solo Sikoa. Another one to Braun Strowman. And make no mistake about it. This momentarily. A valiant effort by a Brazilian week from the one man of the Netflix premiere. To a real tribal chiefs. So I just said, wait a minute. Look, I know I got my hands full out there tonight. I run through Priest, then I run through Elimination Chamber. But I think people forget that I'm a former world champion myself, Cody Rhodes. I hope you're watching, because I'm coming for you.
Braun Strowman walking with a purpose and to get to WrestleMania.
Kind of matchup that makes me very happy that I am
Up here tonight, a massive one that was
massacring your
beef you have going around. This is going to be human demolition. Say who has the advantage in this sort of matchup. As Strowman,
James, such as the stat wrestling here from Jacob Fateh. That's that obsession with winning golfers, probably what.
Strowman standing tall in our main event on Smackdown. Monday, the final qualifier, and here and now on Smackdown, one of these three men
is hating the likes of the Usos and Roman Reigns.
Braun Strowman.
Jacob Fatu is very dangerous and very angry, and Braun Strowman injured. Oh no, Braun Strowman heavy injured. Jacob Fatu on control, out of control. Yeah, Jacob Fatu is very dangerous.
From coast to coast, Yarami Fatu! Jacob Fatu is here for Roman Reigns. Roman able to thanks to Jacob Fatu. Owen Werewolf victimizing. No, don't do this. 3. Kicks out.
Sammy and Jimmy!
Oh! Jacob was going. Oh my! Big Braun to Damian Priest. Something.
Are your winners, Braun Strowman.
Savages, an incredibly
Final boss return. This Roman
for the Street King.
Everything that happened at Saturday Night's Main Event. Control the uncontrollable. And out of big down, Strowman into his bringing the new tribal chief. Dr. Sikoa right down. Pig cover. Uh-oh. Nowhere to go. That should be a nice little buddy. The tribal chief in the new bloodline. It is for a target of Legend of Honor. And out of big down, Strowman into his bloodline. For 2. The Samoan Werewolf, Shane Hayes back to the arena, realizes there's a problem here, down in the ring. Now the timing looking to get to be face to face with the tribal chief, Solo Sikoa, with her escape. Oh no. Oh, Tom from behind. Yeah, chop block out. Bang at Solo Sikoa, number 1 to Braun Strowman, and make no mistake about it, this momentarily. A valiant effort by Brazilian week from one man and the Netflix premiere. 2 real tribal chiefs. So I just said, wait a minute. Look, I know I got my hands full out there tonight. I run through Priest, then I run through Elimination Chamber. But I think people forget that I'm a former world champion myself, Cody Rhodes. I hope you're watching. Because I'm coming for you. With Braun Strowman walking with a purpose and to get to WrestleMania. Kind of matchup that makes me very happy that I am out here tonight. A massive one that was massacring the beef you have going around. This is going to be human demolition. Say who has the advantage in this sort of matchup. As Strowman, Jacob, such as the start. Oh, that's the hair from Jacob. Oh, that's that obsession with winning golfers probably what. Strowman standing tall in our main event on Smackdown.
qualifier, and here now on Smackdown, one of these three men is hating the likes of the Usos and Roman Reigns. Braun Strowman.
The Viper continues. Paul needs to get the help. Put that foot down, Logan. Monster of the Man is back. Daytona's hit the out. That's what I've been credit, you stupid car. Come on, back it up. Just like that dumb chasing. Five. I don't think. Oh, he to the right. Why wait to land, buddy? Who you think supports your family? And the wise man.
How they managed to get the crate back up to the castle, they never knew. Midnight ticked nearer as they heaved northward up the marble staircase in the entrance hall and along the dark corridors. Up another staircase, then another. Even one of Harry's shortcuts didn't make the work much easier. Nearly there, Harry panted as they reached the corridor beneath the tallest tower. Then a sudden movement ahead of them made them almost drop the crate. Forgetting that they were already invisible, they shrank into the shadows, staring at the dark outlines of two people grappling with each other 10 feet away. A lamp flared. Professor McGonagall, in a tartan bathrobe and a hairnet, had Malfoy by the ear. Detention and 20 points from Slytherin. Wandering around the middle of the night. How dare you? You don't understand, Professor. Harry Potter's coming. He's got a dragon. What utter rubbish. How dare you tell such lies? Come on. I shall see Professor Snape about you, Malfoy. The steep spiral staircase up to the top of the tower seemed in the easiest thing in the world after that. Not until they had stepped out into the cold night air did they throw up the cloak. Glad to be able to breathe properly again, Hermione did a sort of jig. Malfoy's got detention. I could sing. Don't. Chuckling about Malfoy, they waited, Norbert thrashing about in his crate. About 10 minutes later, 4 broomsticks came swooping down out of the darkness. Charlie's friends were a cheery lot. They showed Harry and They showed Harry and Hermione the harness they'd rigged up so they could suspend Norbert between them. They all helped buckle Norbert safely into it, and then Harry and Hermione shook hands with the others and thanked them very much. At last, Norbert was gone. They slipped back down the spiral staircase, their hearts as light as their hands. Now that Norbert was off them. No more dragon. Malfoy in detention. What could spoil their happiness? The answer to that was waiting at the foot of the stairs. As they stepped into the corridor, Filch's face loomed suddenly out of the darkness. Well. We are in trouble. They've left the invisibility cloak on top of the tower. Chapter 15. The Forbidden Forest. Things couldn't have been worse. Filch took them down to the Professor McGonagall's study on the first floor, where they sat and waited without saying a word to each other. Hermione was trembling. Excuses, alibis, and wild cover-up stories chased each other around Harry's brain, each more feeble than the last. He couldn't see how they were going to get out of the trouble this time. They were cornered. How could they have been so stupid as to forget the cloak? There was no reason on earth that Professor McGonagall would accept for their being out of bed and creeping another around the school in the dead of light, let alone being up the tallest astronomy tower, which was out of bounds except for classes. Add Norbert and the invisibility cloak, and they might as well as be packing their bags already. Had Harry thought that things couldn't have been worse, he was wrong. When Professor McGonagall appeared, she was leading Neville. Harry, Neville burst out the moment he saw the other two. I was trying to find you to warn you. I heard Malfoy saying he was going to catch you. He said you had a drag. Harry shook his head violently to shut Neville up. But Professor McGonagall had seen. She looked more likely to breathe fire than Norbert, as she towered over the three of them. I would never have believed it of any of you. Mr. Filch says you were up in the astronomy tower. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Explain yourselves. It was the first time Hermione had ever failed to answer a teacher's question. She was staring at her slippers, as still as a statue. I think I've got a good idea to tell him of what's been going on. It doesn't take a genius to work it out. You fed Draco Malfoy some cock and bull story about a dragon, trying to get him out of bed and into trouble. I've already caught him. I suppose you think it's funny that Longbottom here heard the story and believed it too. Harry caught Neville's eyes and tried to tell him about words that this wasn't true, because Neville was looking stunned and hurt. Poor, blundering Neville. Harry knew what it must have cost him to try and find them in the dark to warn them. I'm disgusted. 4 students out of bed in one night. I've never heard of such a thing before. You, Miss Granger, I thought you had more sense. As for you, Mr. Potter, I thought Gryffindor meant more to you than this. All 3 of you will receive detentions. Yes, you too, Mr. Longbottom. Nothing gives you the right to walk around school at night, especially these days. It's very dangerous, and 50 points will be taken from Gryffindor. 50? Harry gasped. They would lose the lead he'd owned in the last Quidditch match. 50 points each, said Professor McGonagall, breathing heavily through her long pointed nose. Professor, please, you can't. Don't tell me what I can and can't do, Potter. Now get back to bed, all of you. I've never been ashamed of Gryffindor students. 150 points lost. that put Gryffindor in last place in one night. They'd ruined any chance Gryffindor had had for the house cup. Harry felt as though the bottom had dropped out of his stomach. How could they ever make up for this? Harry didn't sleep all night. He could hear Neville sobbing into his pillow for what seemed like hours. Harry couldn't think of anything to say to comfort him. He knew Neville, like himself, was dreading the dawn. What would happen when the rest of Gryffindor found out what they had done? At first, Gryffindors passing the giant hourglasses that recorded the house points the next day thought they'd been a mistake. How could they suddenly have 150 points fewer than yesterday? And then the story started to spread. Harry Potter, the famous Harry Potter, their hero of 2 Quidditch matches, had lost them all those points. Him and a couple of other stupid first years. From being one of the most popular and admired people at the school, Harry was suddenly the most hated. Even Ravenclaws and Hufflepuffs turned on him, because everyone had been longing to see Slytherin lose the house cup. Everywhere Harry went, people pointed and didn't trouble to lower their voices as they insulted him. Slytherins, on the other hand, clapped as he passed past, whistling and cheering. "Thanks, Potter, we owe you one." Only Ron stood by him. They will all forget this in a few weeks. Fred and George have lost lots of points in all the time they have been here, and people still like them. They have never lost 150 points in one go, though, have they? Well, no. It was a bit little to repair the damage, but Harry swore to himself not to meddle in things that were not in his business from now on. He would have done it with sneaking around and spying. He felt so ashamed of himself that he went to Wood and offered to resign from the Quidditch team. Resign? What good will that do? How are we going to get any points back if we can't win at Quidditch?